Welcome back. We feature this next guest on the show every other Friday, and his business has gotten recognition at an international level now. We welcome Jeff Finley, owner of California Turf and Landscaping, and you're here today with some exciting news because you have been hanging out with the pretty people, as I like to say. You had some celebrity experiences lately on a reality TV show, so tell us what you're doing and why you're hanging out with Jessica Alba.
Sure. Actually, it started very simply. They seems like, well, they were doing a show. They were doing a reality TV show, very much like the old Extreme Home Makeover.
Yeah.
Move That Bus, right?
Yeah.
That was very much what it was. And they had been looking at our social media and said, hey, we like what you're doing, and we'd like to see if you wouldn't mind collaborating with us. So after a couple conversations with their people and taking a look at the projects, we agreed. They were doing 6 episodes, 6 different families that they kind of had vetted and found to be deserving of their help. And they went in and did renovations of their homes. 3 of those homes had only interior that we weren't involved in, and 3 of them had an outside component as well. So we went down there, met with Jessica and Lizzie, kind of consulted on what they wanted us to do, what they were looking for, and then we got to work. We did all 3 of those installations over probably about a month period of time, just down a couple times. Yeah. And then they've been doing production ever since, and they finally released them on, I think, a week and a half ago or so.
Yeah, the show is called Honest Renovations, and it's on Roku TV. So that's where you can see the California Turf and Landscaping owner that's on this show every other Friday. That's an incredible story. That somebody of that caliber, not that, you know, celebrities are the end-all be-all, but they have access to anybody, you know, and they came to you.
You would think, yeah. I mean, I feel like they just, you know, saw what we were doing. They probably did a search, it came across us, and liked. I think we've got 600 posts on our Instagram page, and so a lot of representation of things that we can do. Yeah. And you know, after a couple of conversations, they realized maybe we had the ability to help in their program, and it turned out great. We were super excited. They were really nice people to work with, very professional. The show's debuted as number 1 on the Roku channel. Yeah. And they were promoting the heck out of it. They were on. They were all over the country. They were on Good Morning America. They were up in Toronto and some program there, really pushing the program and making a nice big splash of a release.
So what was the process like? Because you know, I make television, and sometimes, and you've done it with me before, and sometimes you have to reshoot things or shoot things out of order. How did that affect how you actually do the work of laying down turf?
You know what, we were really only on each site 2 times. The first time, so they sent us a bunch of pictures. We were able to see what it was. I could Google Earth it and see what we're working with. The first time was there meeting with them, just having conversation. And there's some, you'll see in the shows. Yeah,
well, there you are, you're right there.
There you go, right. That we consulted, and they kind of told us what they were looking to do, and all the before pictures. And then after that, it was, hey, come and show up. Here's your timing. Here's the window you've got. And we just got to work. I took a crew down there. We stayed for a week and banged out those all the projects. They turned out fantastic.
So you did 3 projects in 1 week?
About a week. 2 of them in 1 week, and then we went down another time for one of the projects.
Wow.
Just a couple days.
Okay, so there is a picture there of a pool. One of these homes has a pool in the backyard. And tell me about that project, because it looks like you put turf around the pool's concrete.
We did. What's interesting, so there were 6 episodes. We're on episodes 1. We did work on episodes 1, 3, and 5. That's the way it turns out. I think it was the first one, the one you're talking about, the pool there.
It looks incredible.
It was great. But that didn't actually, none of that made it on the actual episode.
No.
Yeah, none of this particular one was on the episode. There was so much going on inside. Yeah. You've got to cut and edit and try to make the most of it. And so they actually called and said, hey, listen, I know we talked about being on 3 of our shows, but you know, we did the work on it, obviously. Yes. And they said, if it didn't fit in and we were able to kind of give you a little more exposure on one of the other ones, would that be okay with you? Yeah. And I said, look, I don't know a lot about TV, but if that makes sense and if it works for you guys, I mean, we're trying to be a good partner, we're happy with that. It worked. And so that's what ended up happening.
Well, that picture is crazy. So you just put turf over the concrete.
Well, it was actually Jessica's idea, as a matter of fact. She at her last house had done the same thing. They had nothing but concrete, and she said, hey, I'd like to do what we did in her house to this place. And this was, when you see the before, it was just, there was nothing to the yard.
It looks a
pool
sad.
And all concrete, very, very dry, very hot even.
Yeah.
And so adding that green and just taking up that space, just softened it up like crazy.
Oh,
made
it
it a
did.
great space for the kids, great entertainment space. They were really happy with the way that turned out.
Yeah.
But you didn't get to see any of that
I
on that
know.
particular episode.
Well, we put it on this show.
Sure.
Not quite sure if we have the viewership like Roku TV does, but maybe, and maybe you can find out. So if people want to get in touch with California Turf and Landscaping, they watch Honest Renovations and they love your work, how can they get in touch with you?
Sure, and honestly, we're not the landscapers to the stars.
Yeah.
Right? We're just regular people, and it ended up working out great for us. So there's no project too big or too small really for us.
Yeah.
The way to get a hold of us is exactly that. Call the number, go on our website, just reach out, and it'll be me or a couple of other guys that might come out and have the conversation, see what you're looking for, and put a quote together for you.
Well, congratulations on getting noticed, and I mean, it's just a testament to the beautiful work that you guys do. I've been to many of your projects, and they're gorgeous. So the number is right down there on your screen, and then we'll have it all online. Jeff Finley, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And we're tasting some more delicious foods from the American pistachio growers. Find out how we wrap up Pistachio Week after this.
What Jacqueline has to say about Berg injury lawyers.
They know what they're talking about. They know what they're